forward and putting myself big, and let's go. So just find yourself on the floor, and as usual, you can use the block or a book that's about like an encyclopedia size, or if you're feeling already a little bit warm, you can just not have anything. So just for our foundation breath today, so we're gonna imagine the top of the head going forward and up, and our spine going down, sit bones down to the earth, just like long tree roots. We start breathing, closing our eyes, activating the awareness to the internal movement of breath. Exhale. Make this motion bigger. Keep growing concentrically. Head goes up, sit bones down. Make the breath longer and stronger. Use this moment to really fall in the here and now and forget what's been bothering you. And allow for yourself to be generous, to be able to dedicate this time for your body. Exhale. Last in breath, making it the biggest one so far. And out. We're going to take advantage a little bit of our start, and we're going to remove the block. Going to use it later, but for now, what we're going to do is just sit bones tight against, and we're just going to bring our upper body towards the floor, head towards the feet, sit bones strong, and hands already connecting like strong roots, which by then that starts activating the shoulders. And now in this position with our head relaxed, we're going to do slight activations of our scapula. So you're going to find this really good for you, Vivek. So just to show you on the side, what we're doing here is not moving the whole upper body, but we're focusing on the movement of the scapula, which is the bone that is on top of the shoulders. And the movement is small, but it's a little bit, imagine that you have like, you're pulling from a rope upwards when you're doing bouldering. So you're pulling it up, but you're just doing this on the floor. You're gonna start generating heat towards the scapula. And then in the next out breath, you will exhale and you'll try to bring the forehead as close as you can and just relax. Just change the view. For our next movement, we're gonna sort of walk with our hands diagonally to the right. And we're gonna feel the stretch on the side of our left body. Keep the sit bones connected to the floor. Keep expanding as you breathe in and relaxing as you breathe out, getting deeper and deeper. Next in breath, walk towards your left diagonal. And exhale, relax. Try to bring your forehead towards me. And enjoy that stretch, that subtle melting. What we're gonna do now is that we're gonna walk, but this time our right hand goes to our side and we stretch and we try to bring our left side towards the right, keeping the head aligned with the spine, eventually using our right elbow for stableness. And now we sway towards the floor, out breath, in breath. We do the same with our right hand towards the left side. Fix yourself, sit bones are still on the floor. And come back. And start rolling slowly, vertebra by vertebra, until you reach the top of the head. Now we're going to do a little somatic means yoga exercise just to activate for the last time the shoulders, which is, I like to call it like the magnet exercise, because what you're going to do is that you're going to imagine that there's two magnets that connect your ear to your shoulder. And what's going to happen is that on the in-breath, you'll go, and you make tension, you tense, use your hands, try to bring them as much closer as you can, and relax the out-breath. So you're going to feel a little bit of a heat thing here. If we do it again, might be possible that my AirPods are making some noise, but I do try to bring them, or just imagine the AirPod is the magnet, and relax. Let's do it one more time. Magnet, 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 in breath, and relax. Last time, magnet, 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 and relax. Now on the next in-breath, right arm goes up, left arm, and we're going to reach an eagle pose. We're going to wrap up the arms with each other, and if you feel comfortable, you can do a little bit of a bend. And switch the arms. And release. So now we're going to do a little sequence that I like very much. It's called the copper staff boat. So we're going to bring our feet together to copper pose, and we're going to push with our hands. I'll show you. Our hands are in the back, and we are pulling the upper body upwards towards the sky. And from here, we go to staff pose. You can have your knees bent if you feels more comfortable. Keep pushing with the exhalation to stretch and stretch and stretch. Sit bones on the floor. And now we exhale and we bring ourselves, our forehead towards our feet. Inhale one more time. Copper pose, open to go to staff pose. And this time we're trying to go a little bit more front, tucking the belly in, relaxing the head, relaxing the arms. The next inhale, we come one more time to copper pose, head towards the feet. And now the next time we're going to roll our sit bones back, and we're going to try to raise the legs, raise the arms. You can keep it bent to go to both pose. Hold it with the core. Keep your solar plexus open. And the next in breath, you come slowly to cowbird's pose. Open your chest. Feel your shoulders sliding backwards, allowing your head to gaze to the sky. And now we slowly go to staff pose. This time, full staff. Try to see if you can already stretch your knees. Relax your head. And from here, cross your legs and come to a half lotus pose. Hands on the floor. And from here, we're gonna lift, rolling our sit bones back into a full boat pose. It can be a little bit hard to maintain, but keep your core working and relax. Helper's pose, staff pose, down, and now place your hands behind your shoulders, under your shoulders, your feet aligned with your hips and raise to crab pose. Once you find the stable top stillness and comfort, you can relax your head and let it hang there. Enjoy the stretch. Activate. We're almost getting out of the floor. We're just going to do a little bit of cat and cow pose, which should be familiar right now. Cat. Cow, full and proud. With the breath, exhale. Reach the depth of your body. Inhale. And from here, we're gonna stretch our legs in the back, adjust the hands, and come to a push-up pose. And we're finally getting out our asses out of the floor, our knees out of the floor. And we're using this slowly today to activate our first vinyasa flow. Let's sway the toes, foot toes, back and forth. We start warming up our Achilles tendon. And now, very slow, we're gonna go from push-up to down. Calm and control and breath bring us down. Roll our shoulders for a baby cobra. Look in front. And now use your hands and widen your knees and sway your hips backwards so you can come into child's pose. And here in child pose, feel free to wiggle around. Wiggle your pelvis. Wiggle your spine. Find openings of your body. Find a comfortable motion. Keep your hands actively engaging on the floor. And then on the next in-breath, come to your fours. Align your knees, tuck your toes, and send your hips backwards. Your hands are strongly against the floor, and we reach downward facing dog. From here, we're going to pedal a little bit. Front and back, and front and back. And we're breathing here. Do not forget to breathe. Take your time and really work that motions in the toes firmly on the floor and come to a halt and grow here. Try to rip the mattress apart with your hands and legs. Next in breath, look up, walk towards your hands. Release your neck. You can still bend your knees. It's just starting. Hug your elbows and try to send your sit bones upwards as the top of your head thrusts and allows gravity to take it down. Stay here. Some more breath. On the next in-breath, rise and bring your hands to meet. Bring them towards the heart center. Set an intention for your practice for today. And we're going to do 2 ohms here. Breathe in. Bring your arms up to mountain pose. Give a small back bend. Bring them to the heart. Direct them forwards and up and swan dive to your feet. And here, find a comfortable bend in which you can send your hips backward and come to a position in which your spine is parallel with the floor for chair pose. You can try to play here with stretching the legs for further opening, or just stay here. And then you place your hands on the floor, come back to push-up pose. And here, we're gonna go down to the floor. And from instead of baby cobra, we're gonna go to a full-fledged upward facing dog. Arms stretch, shoulders to the back, and slowly come to downward facing dog. Now, we're gonna lift the right leg. We're gonna sway it to the front and to the back. And really activate your core muscles with your breath to do this. So in breath, front, out breath. One more time. And last time, bring your foot between your hands, and bring your back leg's knee on the floor. Create a 90-degree relation between knee and lower leg. Find that your 2 hip creases are parallel. And once you find that balance here, the stability of the hips, bring your hands to prayer pose. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, relax. Come back. Let's go to push-up floor. Rolling your shoulders back to upward facing dog and downward facing dog. In breath, raise your leg. And with the out breath, bring it to the front and to the back. In and out. And in breath and out breath. Really activate the core here. And last time, bring your foot between your hands. Recalibrate your hips. Recalibrate your knee, your foot. Once you find that equilibrium, bring your hands towards prayer pose, and you'll find the stability to go to the front. And from here, dive back to push-up, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Stay here for 3 breaths. Shoulders growing through the hands. Shoulder blades like wings. And the last, next in-breath, jump or walk towards your hands. And we go for a front bend. Try to see if your body feels different from last time you did this. Maybe you're a little bit more open. And from here, start saying yes and no. And yes and no. And really trying to massage and let go of any neck tension and letting just gravity do its work. And last time, we're gonna find sway of the head with the motion to bring you back to mountain pose. Hands to the heart and to the sides. We're gonna do a little circle activation here. I know you love this one, Alexandra. So hands like brushes, painting perfect circles in the space. First, inwards, outwards. And this outwards, by rotating the shoulders, is going to bring us to the tip of our toes. Try to stay here. Hip is square. Solar plexus is up. Your head is tilting up. Energy flows from everywhere, from within you, from outside within, and slowly lower your heels. Wow. From here on, we go into a chair pose. So I'm going to do it from the side. We here try to sit down by sending our hips back. We bend our knees, bring our arms up. Try to create as much space here in your hips by sending them back and putting the weight on the front of your feet. Stay here. And now we're twisting our right side so that our elbow is against our knee and we are looking upwards. Come back and do the other side. Keep the hips aligned. Keep the hips going upwards. Come back here to come to a forward bend. Whew, nice work. Come to a flat position, table pose. And from here, push-up pose. Gonna continue our flow. Chaturanga, in breath, upwards facing dog. Out breath, downwards facing dog. I'll take a second here. Breathe in, bring the leg upwards. And we're just gonna let the hip joint open. And we're looking under our right armpit as we let the twist by relaxing our right lower leg. And from here, we bring it back in the in-breath between the hands, finding the balance here. Again, it's the same principle, but this time our back leg is stretched. And we find here balance, sending the hips down and opening, feeling the opening of the quadriceps, feeling the lower back opening, and now out breath and vinyasa flow, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, in breath, left leg goes up, hands are strong into the floor, peek under your left armpit and let your left lower leg relax, opening those deep hip joints. And now sway it to the middle of your hands. Find the position of your feet. Stretch the back leg. Stability in your toes, stability in your hips. Bring your hands to heart. If you're shaking, that's a really good sign. And back bend. Come back to our vinyasa flow. Push up, chaturanga with control. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Stay 3 breaths here. Externally rotate your elbows to have maximum growth on your shoulders. Last in breath. Inhale, look up, jump. Maybe now you can fully stretch your knees. Don't lock them. Keep them available. This time, open a little bit, our feet a little bit wider than hip distance apart. And we're just gonna imagine that we're swaying leaves that are all around us from one side to the other. With our head is relaxed. Motion happens from the core, radiating through. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Now we're going to bring our feet hip distance apart, or if you want to challenge, bring them together. So big toe touching big toe. And we're going to grab the back of our calves and relax our head. Next in breath, come up and come. Let's go again, this time with the feet still together to the tip of our toes. And let's send our palms up, opening our solar plexus like never before. And slowly put them down. Very good. Last sun salutation. We're going to come to chair pose. And from here, we're going to raise our toes. Just put the weight on our heels. And now we're going to send it forward. And we're going to try and put it with your hands in the back. We're going to try to come to the tip of our toes whilst our knees are bent and our hips are going backwards. And then if you really want more challenge, try to bring to the tips and move your arms. Breath is strong. You can struggle here. That's okay. And now here we're gonna interlace our hands. We're gonna bring ourselves to front bend, their shoulders to the back. Roll your shoulders. Keep this plexus open, head relaxed. And from here, release our hands and jump to push-up position, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. We're gonna go now to a proud dancer pose. So all the way, what we were doing by peeking here, we're gonna place most of our weight on our left hand. We're gonna free the right one slowly, and we're gonna let the lower right leg twist and go on the floor, point the left foot and open here, sending energy everywhere and coming back just like a little gecko and placing our right foot in between our hands, placing the outside of our left foot in the mat and coming up to a warrior two. Shoulders and chest open on the side, look towards the horizon. And here, let's now stretch our front leg and slowly come to triangle pose. Chest is open, neck is aligned to the rest of the spine, and we're looking up. Keep radiating energy from your hand, your fingers. Maybe you can place your hand here on the floor, your right hand. And now for the last challenge, we're going to bring back and see if you need to place your hand here or on the floor and do a reverse triangle. Release. Come back to our vinyasa flow. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. It says do the left side dancer's pose. So we're standing in breath, leg up, open your hips, and now transfer the weight towards your right hand so you can free your left hand. And you're gonna let the lower leg fall so your foot sole opens and you can support your body with your right arm and hand and your left foot. And now sway back to your warrior two. Tall and proud, energy everywhere, open, chest to the side. And now we're going to stretch the front leg. And like a clock, this time is moving really fast. We come to a triangle pose. First, place the hand on your shin bone. Weight is on the outside of your back foot and on your toes. Everywhere your hips are aligned. And you can maybe try to bring your left hand on the floor for a deeper opening. Neck aligned. Now bring it down and find an adjustment if you need to open to reverse triangle. It feels very anti-anatomical, but it's a very deep stretch and twist. You're kind of like a towel just shrugging off all the water, all the residue. And from here, we come to our vinyasa flow. You're gonna do a last balance pose. So bring your hands, you bring your right leg up and between your feet. And now from here, you're gonna, it's that motion that we've been talking about, that it's not through strength, but it's just by allowing things to happen. You're gonna bring yourself to warrior 3. Stretching your right leg. And using the forces, pulling front and back to stretch and find alignment. And come back to your vinyasa flow. Downward facing dog. Left leg up. Put it between your hands and simply let it happen. Arms to the front. I have here this table, sorry. Or you can also use a table if you need it for balance. And from here, we're going to come to a front bend. Take a few breaths. And now we're gonna allow the knees to bend. And we're gonna come vertebra by vertebra up until we are in mountain pose. Head comes last, neck is free, shoulders are wide and to the side. And we bring our hands to the center of our heart. How are we with time? Let me check. Hey, Adam. Hey, Anbessa. Oh my God, we have 10 minutes. Great. All right, so let's just do some more, a little bit of just more. Let's try to do something we never did. Let's try to do the bridge. So there's a lot of ways we can do this. There's a lot of levels. This is a reverse, this is a sort of reverse balance that we're gonna do. So first, what we're gonna do is that we're gonna bring our knees towards our chest and we're gonna sort of like hug them with our elbows. And we're gonna let this motion happen that almost feels like a massage. And then we can start swinging from right to left, right and left. Almost like a little massage. Now we're gonna grab the outside of our feet and we're gonna try to bring our legs to almost a stretch, but we're gonna be on a baby cradle. Just imagine like a baby in a cradle, just not being able to stand up, but being able to reach, being able to touch your toes, and kind of just using the cradle mattress to massage your lower back, your upper back. And now from here, what we're going to do is that we bring one knee towards our chest, and then we cross it over towards the left side, and we look towards our right hand, providing a twist. Breathing deeper and deeper into the pose. And then bring it back the other side. You can push it, test it a little bit. And now with the hand and the breath, bring it towards the other side. Look to your left hand. Relax. Relax. Let it go deeper by itself. And then come back. And now what we're going to do is that we're going to place our feet on the floor. We're going to raise our hips. And we're going to tuck the shoulders and find that our pelvis going upwards and our chin getting closer to our chest. We create this opening and we're gonna go down. And now comes the real challenge. So let's try to do the bridge. If you don't feel good or you don't feel fine with it, we're gonna try 2 times. But what's gonna happen is that you're gonna place your hands next to your ears and you're gonna find that comfortable position in which they're putting the weight, and we're gonna raise our pelvis and come into a bridge with a breath and in breath. Come back down. Staying here is perfectly fine, or just coming here to the position we're doing is also fine if you don't feel like you can do this today or you're scared. Being scared is normal, it's part of the process, just trust it. And now we're gonna go for the second time. So let's try again. Align everything and just see it as a transfer of weight from your hips to your hands and feet and bridge. Hands are strong on the floor. Spreading and out breath. Come back. Shake your hands, shake your wrists. Grab your feet, bring them behind your head. Look at your groin. Keep looking at your groin so that you don't get a headache. And now, slowly, vertebra by vertebra, we're gonna reach corpse pose. And really let it be a massage all the way down to the floor. And breathe in and out. Find the natural opening of your legs falling. Your arms are towards the side. And now you're going to relax and let go of the breath. Close your eyes. Just be with your body. Accept the practice and connect to that level of reality in which we are closer and closer to the core of what binds us all together. falling into the precipice of consciousness. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, open your eyes, roll towards one side. Use your arm to bring you back up. Come to a lotus, full lotus or midway lotus, as you wish. Place your hands next to your heart. Think of the intention in which you came to the class. Take a deep breath and we do a parting Om. May this practice accompany you for the rest of the day, and may you be generous enough to see the floor again. Namaste.
Thank you, Antonia.
Thank you. Hey, John, Adam, nice to see you. Nice to see you. Welcome back. How is everyone feeling? That was really a shoulder workout, huh?
Oh yeah. I think I've been sitting in front of a computer too much. I have some serious lower back issues.
Said everyone in Web3 every day since 2011.
Yeah, that worked.
Yeah.
That whatever we just did really worked.
That's great. I'm glad to hear. I actually wanted to tell you, I'm going to, let me just stop recording.